Singapore Math Course 2A 1.6 Order of Operations with Integers. You are welcome. Well, you are welcome to this video where we will understand the concepts from chapter 1.6. Let's get started. Well, this chapter has just one thing to understand, and it's done because word problem, as we said, we'll do only when we do independent practice. There's nothing to explain about it, so it's just apply. Apply what? Apply the rule of BODMAS. What is it? It's explained here. B stands for brackets, O stands for order, which is exponents, powers, roots. Well, for this chapter, we don't have to engage with this, so we don't need to worry about it. Then D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. But what is it? It means that when you are given an equation to solve, first thing that you need to solve is the brackets. That's the order. And then as you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's how you do. And when you're doing division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, it's always good to go from left to right. And that's it. Let's take some examples and understand this better. For instance, -7 minus 2 plus 1 times 4. How do we solve this? As we said, first we have to solve brackets. So -7 as it is, minus. And the bracket says 2 plus 1. So I'm going to put my answer here like this, 3, and that's times 4. Then my brackets are solved. Order we don't have. We are not dealing with it in this chapter. Division we don't have. Then comes multiplication. This is multiplication here. So -7 minus 3 times 4 is 12. Addition we don't have. Subtraction, both are negative. When it's same sign, we add them, right? So 12 plus 7 is 19, and we put the respective sign. So that's how you apply this rule. Wasn't that simple? It's just following the order. Brackets, order, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, BODMAS. That's it. And you solve your equation. Now this chapter also talks about a distributive property. Let's understand that with an example again. -2 plus 5, 4 minus 2 plus 10. How do we solve this? There are two ways to go about solving that. One of the ways is as we did it here. So let's do with that method here. It's -2 plus 5, and the bracket 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 10. That is equal to -2 plus 10 plus 10, right? So it's the multiplication here, which is equal to, now I can do addition and then subtraction, or I can just do all of them together also. Let me just do minus here for 2 and do my addition. 10 plus 10 is 20, which is then equal to -2 and 20, opposite sign. So larger minus smaller. 20 minus 2, which is 18, and the sign of the larger, which is positive. So this is how you can do this as we did here, exactly the same way. Let's do this using distributive property over here. I'm going to rewrite my equation first. -2 plus 5, 4 minus 2 plus 10. In the distributive property, what you do is, what is outside the bracket here, this bracket means it's multiplication as we did it here. So I'm going to do this and this and this and this also. It basically is -2. 5 times 4 is 20. I have both positive, plus 5 and plus 4 here. And then 5 times 2 is 10. But do you see the negative sign here? Minus, and this is plus. So it's odd number, which means I'm going to write negative here, and then my plus 10 here. So let me add all my positives and all my negatives. These are my positives, which is 30, and these are my negatives. That's 12. And when you have two different signs, larger minus smaller, 30 minus 12 is 18, and the sign of the larger number. So this is also a way to solve, and we call this as a distributive process basically, because we multiplied 5 with 4 here, and we also did with 2 individually. So either you do it like you solve the brackets as we did here and multiply, or you do it individually. Either way is right. If it's mentioned specifically use distributive, then of course you have to use this method. If it's not mentioned, you can use either one. So this is how this chapter is done. Understand this basic thing of BODMAS, and because this is not just something that you need only for this chapter, this is something basic for math. It's basic, and you need to know to solve all of the questions as you grow higher up in your grades. So this has to be very clear, and I'm sure it is. So look out for the independent practice video. I shall wait for you for the independent practice video for us to solve those questions together. Goodbye.